Yeah, you know what KD and laughing stock niggas got that voice. In this crazy world, we gotta make a choice. They say our logic swishy, but we're making noise. From the top of the charts, here the people rejoice. Stop being buck munchers, just get swishy with us. Join the laughter wave, make a fuss. Stop being buck munchers, just get swishy with us. Join the laughter wave, make a fuss.
What is up, everybody?
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Squishy Logic. I'm your comedian babyface KD Hinken, everybody's favourite laughing stock. I had a lot more energy when we started getting ready about an hour ago. I'm not going to lie, my energy depleted a tad over the last 10-15 minutes.
You're going to get it back.
It'll come back.
It'll
come back. I haven't slept, that's all. But that means I'll just be a bit more wacky than usual.
Yeah.
And for example, I forgot to introduce the co-host that definitely did not slow us down a load on the.
I didn't slow us
together
down at all by
for
not
this
having
episode.
saved the entire planned episode to my phone at all.
That did not happen.
That didn't happen.
But my man to the left, introduce yourself.
I'm Nathan. Says so on my label. Look
Which
at
the audio
label.
people can see.
Yeah,
They
the
can all see it.
post-apocalyptic metal treehouse is it's available on Spotify.
Where at? Because I had to inform this man today that he's been telling people it's on Dead Man Dancing.
On Spotify. It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
No. Post-apocalyptic metal treehouse.
Dead Man Dancing doesn't exist
Under
on
Nathan
Spotify.
Parish.
Yeah.
That is literally what it's under.
Your
So,
name.
My name.
But
My
to be fair,
own name.
If you just type in post-apocalyptic metal treehouse, it's not going to come up on anything anywhere else.
Yeah. If you type in post-apocalyptic metal treehouse, it is basically the only thing that turns up for the first three searches.
First.
Search results.
Yeah.
It's it's quite a specific name. There's not anyone else who's making that show at the moment.
Exactly the same with Squishy Logic as well.
Yeah.
Which you can catch new episodes every single Friday on audio form on your Spotify, your Apple, your Deezer, your iHeart, your Pandora. There's so many weird frigging things. Go over on there. We have surpassed another milestone. I think I forgot to tell you, because obviously we had listened and downloaded gutted, over half taken away, and a whole new way that they do them now. It's like you have to have so much longer views to qualify, which is cool.
Which is cool because it means that we know that you guys are actually listening for an extended period of time on those views.
Proper listens, extended listens rather than just clicks and accidental clicks on or whatever.
Oh, I just clicked on it for 5 seconds and just immediately clicked off again. Well, fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like proper
Come
listens.
back.
Definitely doesn't work though in regards to, it doesn't break it down with showing us how many episodes each one gets properly, because I've added it up.
Yeah. And it still doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, because it definitely does not add up to the 10,000 downloads we're now back on over again.
Yeah.
So we're back into
10K territory.
5 figures.
That's pretty cool.
Back in 5 figures.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
We got to build that. That's been built back up from I think it was 8 again when that happened.
Yeah. So we're getting a reasonable amount.
Yeah, well, these are all proper listens and that now, so they mean more and stuff.
Yeah. Don't jump on the cable kitty. Please don't jump on the cable kitty. Please don't jump on the cable kitty.
No.
Please. Live. Sorry, lovely.
I'm not
sorry, lovely little kitty.
I'm not sorry. She almost tried to get at the freaking.
That's what happened last
Green
time. Is something fucking fell off and it ruined the entire audio.
I just don't trust her.
You don't trust the lady.
I know.
Oh, the camera's still in there.
Interview right now, I can tell.
You're gonna put her in the kitchen, are you? Yeah. There you go, magic. That's like two things sorted.
It's not magic. It's
Mm.
me sorting it out as fucking usual.
That's right. Yeah, to be fair.
That is what it fucking
Do
is.
you have the lighter?
Oh, sorry, you need me to sort that out, do you?
I do.
There's a bunch in that basket over there. I feel like so
Ah.
many in.
Oh, there's one up there. I'll just nab that. Now that I've fucking seen it.
No, he's just preparing himself now to be like, I can't move now.
Mentally.
You are mentally something. I agree with that. You are not as mentally deranged as everybody in America is feeling. But well, half the people in America, I guess, is a better way to put that. Good input there.
Yep.
Half the people in America.
Oh, it's not half. At most, it's a fucking.
Well, nowhere near half. No,
It's a vocal minority.
53% was the percent that I think actually. No, he got way over that, didn't he? Actually,
Oh, he got like,
He got like
he got like. No.
was it not that much?
No, it wasn't that much. No, it was like he had like 52 nearly percent
Oh,
of the
well,
vote,
okay.
which in voting terms on something like that is fucking. It's a landslide.
Yeah, it's really not
Yeah.
though, is it? In regards to there's only
No.
2 of them.
Land
And it's not-
landslide
there-
shouldn't
there
really be
are-
like anything
there-
above 60.
Isn't there are other technical people you can vote for? Though, aren't there?
Excuse
On
me.
it still?
Yeah, you can even write people onto the ballot.
Yeah.
Like you could have written Kanye West, made his day.
I'm sure.
Hey, someone voted for me.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
so cool.
No, but the problem is though, he just forgot it was him.
Mm.
That was the problem. Kanye I don't know what the fuck Kanye's doing right now. I think he's probably in some kind of rehab or something. But going back to Trump though, you seen all the stuff he's done? Like getting onto obviously, the main
Yeah,
person
so
we'll be
like
talking
yeah,
about
he got
shortly,
straight
the Mis-
into
Mr. Musk. We'll get
yeah,
to
we
that.
will. We will be talking about Mr. Musk himself.
And then some Disney-ness if we have.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be mentioning some anyway.
Yeah, I mean the Musk thing. It's interesting because let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about
Well-
that salute.
I should have done that. I feel cheap. for making that joke. I'm sorry. I haven't had enough sleep. I'm sorry. You deserve better. I can do better. I'll be better.
We're here.
On is so we can see it when.
Yeah, yep.
So that's what happens when you try and stream through Netherlands. We have discovered.
What's wrong with the Netherlands?
Well, apparently, their internet.
Yeah,
They need that Starlink.
yeah,
You can talk to your man Musk in a bit.
yeah.
Drop that down to a little bit so we can still kind of see. We'll
So
see what happens.
let's talk about the Nazi salute thing. So when I first
Oh,
saw
we're
it,
jumping in. Oh, okay.
I just want to talk about that because it's what's going to be on top of everyone's lips.
Right,
Right.
but shouldn't we go through like his like? Okay.
Oh, we'll come to that later.
Okay.
I just want to because this is something that everyone's talking about. I want
the
to.
whole presidential thing in general.
Yeah. Well, but this is sort of
going into it straight away.
this is a good key access into it. Right. What that looked like when I first saw it happen was
What did you see a video first?
yeah.
That's the first thing you
The
saw.
first thing I saw was a video of it.
Okay, because picture for me everywhere.
Yeah, no, I saw the video of it. So I saw the motion. Now, in my head, the first thing I saw when I saw him do that was something, if anything, more embarrassing than the Nazi salute. In my opinion, it looked like he was trying to dab because he lifted this arm, so it looked like he was going like, yeah. It looked genuinely like he was fucking
What was your version of dabbing then?
dabbing. Well, you got to lean down and do that.
No.
Or is it like that?
Well, the head's the wrong way.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at you while I'm doing it, motherfucker.
I realised that the second time back. The hand was still doing some next thing the first time. Actually, no, they wouldn't have been if you were looking at it. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah, okay.
So, like, that's what I first thought it was. And it was like, oh my God, he's like fucking 5 years or 7 years, 8 years out of fucking date at this point, mate. That's embarrassing, Elon boy. But then I saw like people going, oh, it's a Nazi salute. Now, it does look a little bit like a Nazi salute. At certain angles, it looks a little bit like a Nazi salute.
When I saw the picture,
The thing is,
let me say from my side then first now, because the first thing I saw was the picture.
yeah,
So when you see the picture, it does look.
it looks straight up like a Nazi
It
salute.
just is a Nazi salute, pretty much.
What we now know from his angle, at least, or at least his supporters' angle, is that is actually a Roman salute. So the difference between
Now, I've heard other people say the Roman salute actually means the same thing still. That
yeah,
Nazi thing. Still.
yeah,
Because that's not
'Cause
what I've heard.
the difference
I
is
haven't heard that.
no, the difference is as well is like there's
I don't think that's Elon Musk person.
the Nazi one is you clip lift. It's one straight movement, clip lift, right? The Roman one is out up like that. There's a curve to the motion of the hand.
Yeah.
But you're still reaching the same fucking end point, right? So like
Important part though.
no. Right, okay.
Like, have you not heard the other side though? Because I don't know.
Okay, go
said,
for it. Go.
I don't know who said it was about the. I've heard that thing about the Roman salute
Yeah.
and that being, but I don't think it was Elon's person because I've heard Elon himself on about it or.
I don't know whether it's. I've heard people trying to use it as a defensive point. I've heard other people using it as a negative point. Like the area
I think that's just
around
people
the
getting
Roman
confused about
versus
what-
Nazi salute is.
I think that's just
yeah.
people getting confused. From what I've heard, they're pretty much one and the same.
Yeah.
Because
Because in the alt
well, that
right
was it.
thing,
I-
they do the fucking Roman salute
Yeah,
all the
but
time
I-
because they can say it's not quite the Nazi salute, but they're still doing the same shit.
it didn't exist.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard, it's just kind of another turn that people use a nicer version of it. But what I've heard it actually is and what
like-
he-
it's
and
like-
what he's
It's like the soft A at the end of the N word.
sure, yeah.
They think they can get away with it if it's the soft A at the
No,
end
no,
rather than the
no.
hard ER.
But if you're having a completely different if you're having a completely different beginning though, then it's fine because
Yeah.
this is not an end. This was an X.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't anything nasty. It's hilarious for me because I saw the picture first and then I was like, oh wow, this is going to be bad. And then watching it, I was like, are these people retarded? You think that's a nasty salute? Are you really? I thought it was a joke. I
Yeah.
was like, you can't honestly think that's a nasty salute. And it's like, this thing he does first, I was like, what's this at the beginning? It's like, and when I watched it, I was like, it looks like he's throwing his heart at people.
Yeah.
And then
That.
when I listened to him say what it is, he was like, no, what it is from my heart to you. Because it's literally what he said before he does it. Because he was talking about
Yeah.
how much
Now
he
you
feels
see
people's
this.
love from him.
This is the
And he makes-
context that
bearing in mind he's
misses
an
from.
autistic as hell dude.
Yeah, and this is what misses from the context of almost every single news report about it is that they do not mention what he said beforehand.
They do
That
show
puts
it,
the
though. entire
entire thing into fucking context.
It does. I have to look. Well, to be fair,
I don't think I still
haven't seen
do. I
any
still
news
think it's a
people-
stupid move to have pulled. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure. He
Do
would have
I
rather not
think
do it.
that Elon Musk is going to go on stage and pull a Nazi salute?
After fucking, it's just the fucking that side trying to save anything. They've been calling Trump a Nazi for fucking months now, so they're just now trying to save some face and be like, oh no, it's actually Elon's actually the Nazi.
Yeah, have we
Elon
seen?
all along.
Let's talk about what
Fucking
he's
idiots,
actually done in his first few days, though. So the first thing he's done,
Fucking great.
one of the first major things he
The
did,
the executive orders.
the executive orders, was basically to say everyone is now either male or female, and on your birth certificate it will say permanently what you were born as,
until he leaves power and
and then someone else changes it back. So, like, I understand in principle what he's aiming for. I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, I don't think you can really enforce it.
No.
From what I've heard as well.
No.
Yeah.
It's not really enforceable.
think
It's probably something that's going to be covered by state law to a certain extent. I'm not sure.
Well, you could change all that though.
Yeah, but like
Certain
ultimately,
things that are like kind of covered by stuff. Ain't
like, is it as big a fucking deal as everyone thinks it is? I don't think it
it's a
is.
pretty big deal.
I think it's. I think it's a big deal for the.
Which way round are we on about? Sorry.
I think it's a big deal for the people who it affects on a personal level, to a certain extent. But is it actually going to affect the way that the country is
The
run?
new order or the issue
The
as a whole?
labeling thing, of it. It's going to piss some people off, but ultimately, is it going to change the way that the country's running at the moment? Not really.
Well, he's not said anything about the labeling part, because he has also pointed out multiple times and since as well that he's not against people identifying a certain way and people respecting that choice and all that. It's just the whole, when it comes to going in women's bathrooms, women's sports, children, huge part.
Yeah.
I would never ever agree with children even being talked to about that possibility. I think it's straight up child abuse.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think you should be allowed to start fucking with hormones.
Nah.
At such a young age. I just don't. Nah. And there are people who've come out the other side of it and gone like, "Oh, this was a huge mistake." And I'm sorry, but even if there's any chance of that being the case, that has to be taken into account.
And there is always a chance of that.
Yeah, and there's always a chance.
Children.
Because they're children. Yeah, and not only that, but there's quite a lot of people who are like autistic and on the spectrum who end up getting transitional surgery. And it's like they don't actually seem to feel any better afterwards. They're still just as depressed and just as sad. The suicide rates don't change.
Full stopper.
So I mean, and
there's
people
enough science to prove this point. That's why it's been gone over and over and over. Like, it's just
the problem isn't with necessarily, I don't think, the way someone is representing their gender, because ultimately it doesn't really fucking matter to me.
Yeah, this idea
if you're wearing whatever you want to fucking wear, I don't give a shit. Yeah,
what does that even mean?
Yeah, it doesn't even mean anything realistically.
That was the point. It's like, it doesn't mean anything. Like, just
you're just a person. That's all that matters. All you are. The only thing that's important to me is your actions. I don't give a shit what you look like. I don't give a shit what you wear. I don't give a shit how you fucking speak. What do you do?
People can. That's the whole idea. People should be allowed. I fully think people should, as you know, should be able to live their life in however way they want.
Yeah.
To the point that I don't think people should have to work if they don't want to.
No.
Like, loads of different things, and that includes being able to do what they want in all those manners until it negatively affects somebody else. Until it negatively affects someone else, then sorry. What, there was other stuff as well. There weren't a lot of funny rule things.
That's the ultimate. That is the point of freedom. That is not 100% the point of freedom.
Getting on with that in mind, then the point of freedom. Obviously, just before Joe Biden left, though, he did another load of new pardons.
I did not see him. No.
So there was bunch for that Fauci. He got another load going all the way back to 2014.
Right.
There was other people too, but
for what?
For whatever.
What the fuck did Fauci do?
We don't know. The stuff that he's involved in, and his might have also been, probably was in that case, just like all of his family that he's his brothers, his daughters, his wife,
right,
all had preemptive pardons.
Preemptive fucking pardons.
Yeah, that's loads of people have.
Doesn't that seem a bit fucking weird?
Yeah, it almost does, doesn't it?
Why the fuck would you preemptively pardon someone unless you know some information is going to come out about that person that is going to negatively affect them and maybe yourself?
They won't now because they can't even open investigations. So.
Is that the NDA on it as well? It's like, Sorry.
Well, it's just it wouldn't even.
Oh, because there's no point in prosecuting it. The only way someone could actually
Couldn't
get to
they
the
think-
bottom of it would be someone who was, say, a journalist. But the problem with that is that we don't actually have any real fucking journalists anymore. We've just got
That's not
people who
true.
do fucking listicles.
Nah, that's not true.
It's
We do
not
have good
100%
journalists.
true, but this is the problem. It's like journalists, what they should be is sort of an individual name rather than like a company.
You're on about more like an
Investigative journalism.
which you do have, but they just come out more with documentaries and anything.
That's it, and
It's a better media to get stuff out quicker.
it
nowadays,
is, and
too.
it also is just more like
Just where they can have
more-
independence.
yeah, and more in depth and stuff.
Yeah,
Because like you
yeah.
know, a news report's like 5 fucking minutes
I'm
at
fine with it.
most.
Like whatever form it comes, if it's a good form, I'm fine with that.
How do I keep letting it go out? What the fuck?
Did you get a lighter from over there when I
I
said
got
to get
that
up?
one, yeah.
You got that was on the table, you lazy bugger. I said
Yeah.
you don't want in the basket.
I know, but oh, fuck it.
The empty one.
Oh shit!
Fuck. I'll get up and get one in a fucking
No, I'll
second.
get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it.
That'd be quick if I ever do it. Next year, do that one. It should still work a little bit. Got it there.
I am a bit of a lazy cunt sometimes.
You're not lazy, just physically like to get you up sometimes.
Yeah. To be fair, I've been very busy.
Lazy. That's very different than lazy.
Bone idle. Yeah. I'm.
Not like you to physically get up.
That's true. Yeah.
Means, you know,
To be
don't
fair,
wanna do
I have a
anything.
reason why I'm so fucking I'm knackered. Me and
You've been up all
Matilda.
night, have you?
No, me and Matilda have been redecorating her room for the past like 5 days.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
No, I wish it was.
Jackson
So
Pollock painting in there.
we had to
Like UV light on there.
no, we had to clear out the entire room and move it all into the living room. Then we painted all the
We
walls.
can't get off like the America stuff though too much because I'm
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to keep us so that we keep.
Yeah, I'm going to be tight on this. We did we killed off the mold. We did all the fucking the painting, and we laid fucking we laid laminate flooring. Literally, we laid the entire laminate floor yesterday in one fucking day. Oh, I should do, yeah. Oh, I don't give a fuck.
You tell.
But yeah, having a fucking proper DIY kind of go. I feel like a proper man, you know? Yeah. I feel like I could fucking run for president and people would have to accept it because I can lay flooring, you know.
Well, I do not for 1 second think that Trump can lay flooring.
No, you're right.
He could do many of things. And
See, I'd be a better president already.
I don't. But I'm still of the
I
opinion.
will obviously look fucking fantastic by the time I was done.
I think Trump is a decent president from before. Nothing he did before made me think he was bad or he'd done anything particularly bad, you know.
I disagree, but I
Well, I'll say that too. Forgetting things as well now.
yeah, almost certainly. I mean, the thing is, he does do stupid shit. He's done stupid shit all throughout the fucking time. The question is, though, like, you know, I don't know how to describe it. Like, America has decided to go down this path, whether you like it or not, as a outside viewer or someone who's from America. The fact is, this is what politics is now. Politics is populism. It is about someone who people like, regardless of what they do, to a certain extent.
You say that.
Trump
If that was true,
has fucked over so many people.
yeah, but if that was true though, there wouldn't have been a flip flop between Trump and Biden though, because it's the same people. You had Trump, and then he went to Biden,
still
and then he went back to
think-
Trump. You know what I mean? Though, if it was just
Yeah,
that,
I still think that there was a big fucking problem with the way that the Biden administration handled things, first of all, but also the fact that America
no,
got out.
Really?
America
I don't believe
got out of
that.
COVID. We're in the middle of COVID, and they were like, "Oh shit, this is really scary. We need this safe pair of hands. We need the Democrats who are going to do this and that and the other." And they give it.
They weren't in the middle of COVID, were they? I was trying to remember this.
It was
Almost
by
like
the
some
end of
years-
COVID, sort of, but people were still talking about COVID like it was going to continue happening.
Oh
for
wait,
fucking
sorry.
years.
I'm on about. Oh, sorry. What you on about this recent one then?
The last one,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
the
Okay.
one where Biden first took power.
Oh, okay. You on
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So when was that then?
That was like 2020. Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, it was because it was the November 6th. Sorry, January 6th was
2021. Yeah,
yeah 2021. Yeah. So 20. Yeah.
because the
Yeah,
elections
so
always
it
happen every
started at
4
the end of
years.
Trump,
So
didn't it,
yeah,
then?
so it was
Yeah.
literally right bang in the middle of COVID is Trump, and people are scared and they want a safe pair of hands, and they go to the Democrats.
That's what Fauci was. I remember now from that. That's
Yeah.
what Fauci was possibly talking about the preemptive pardon in regards to the COVID stuff, and before that, the gain of function. From the sounds of it,
The what function?
gain of function, the stuff that would led into you know, obviously, what they think led into then. Gain of function is all about like messing around with your diseases and creating all this kind of shit.
Oh,
it's that
genetic
kind of stuff.
manipulation stuff.
Yeah, gain of function is it's something about some illegal shit, or
Right.
something not, which is where they think basically led into Chinese and American lab fucking around with
Right, because
COVID.
they were doing it off of America's shores, but it was still related to
I know, do it in China's shores, but it was American funded.
That's it. Yeah, it's not on American
Yeah.
land, so they can do stuff that they can't
Yeah,
legally do in
exactly,
America. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Uh,
Happens
yeah.
all the fucking time. Especially like places like
It
India
backfired a
as
little
well.
bit that time.
India is full of full of shit like that,
Yep.
where it's just like, well, we can't do the experiments we want in our country, so what a shame.
Fuck it.
Yeah. International law's beautiful.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what was you saying before that though? Sorry, I interrupted. Was on Trump when he got into power. Biden, sorry.
Yeah, so they did this thing where they were like, we want a safe pair of hands. And they got into that, and then Biden became president. Now, Biden was one of the most catastrophic fucking runs as president I have ever seen in my life. Maybe one of the most catastrophic runs as president in the entirety of America's history.
Being deemed as the second worst president in history,
That does not surprise me.
only behind I've never heard of him. I can't even remember his name now. I just know he was
Chester A. Arthur or something. I don't
the
fucking-
coward that was the one before Lincoln. Is all I know.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
Whoever
yeah.
the hell that is.
I don't, there's so many fucking presidents. I can't remember all their names. But the fact is, he just was either not there or fucking up. If he turned up, something went wrong. If he didn't turn up, everything sort of ran basically and sort of like government stuff kind of does. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's getting better.
And the people that should have really took control if he wasn't able to do his shit, the vice president,
Yeah.
was then talking later on in the next debate with Trump as if we're going to bring change. This has
Yeah.
been fucked up before. We need to change
Yeah.
this. It
This
was
is
you.
so fucked
It was
up.
you.
Look how much
you on
you
about?
broke it so that we broke it further by trying to fix it.
Ladies on crack, man.
The fact is as well, let's look at the facts. Right. This is not an America problem. This is a global problem. Right? It's not about the fact that it's about the fact that people want change. But the fact is we want change, but we don't know what it is we want the change to be quite yet.
How about as soon as the few days before Trump gets in, he sends people off to go and talk to Palestine.
Yeah.
Got Palestine,
Right.
Gaza, and be like, yo, release a load of hostages. And they're like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I heard Biden trying to take credit for that. I'm like, you fucking idiot. That wasn't you. What are you on about? And if it was you, it's like, what? So you waited all this time
Yeah.
and went over there and just got it done like that?
I bet
Bullshit.
I bet he just went, hey guys, I want you to release some of these hostages. If you do, you can use my golden toilet. I tell you what, you've never sat on a golden toilet before. It's amazing.
The majority of them got released, and I think I think the ones that haven't probably are the ones that have probably been killed already.
Yeah.
Probably made the bombs too. But the
Yeah.
crazy thing is,
Could have just starved to death or died of infections. I mean, for fuck's sake.
after the ceasefire, though, already, I saw this today, and I think it was from yesterday, saying about how Gaza fucking Israel have already gone in and done a load of this stuff in the West Bank. They went in first, thought that these people with guns and that were Palestine people, so shot them down, and they were Israel people.
Yeah.
And then they ended up basically kidnapping even more people that were released the day before from Palestine.
Fuck. All right. Okay.
Israel did. So it's like, all right.
So what?
All right. Apparently
Okay.
Israel's still the good guy, though.
Right.
So, did you know the other thing that Trump did though, when during his Trump's pardons that he did straight away?
Okay.
Did you not see any of them?
No.
Nah, you missed out on all the juiciest part.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He did. Fuck, what's the number now? 600 and something, 700 and something pardons straight away. It might have been higher.
Was it the January 6th people?
Every single person involved in the January 6th, every single one, out straight away, and including I can't remember if this was included or they're on about. They're trying to do it still. Some guy who I think it was before this was given like 2 life sentences and 40 years for a website. Basically, 2 people did some discussed some illegal stuff on his website,
Right.
and he got done. I don't even know what it's about or anything. I've got to read into it and figure it out. I didn't even get the name at the time. I've
Yeah.
got to go back and find the video.
But literally 2 people had a discussion in a forum that he ran, so therefore he was responsible.
It'd be like
fuck
Zuckerberg getting
me.
done, you know.
Yeah, look at a YouTube comment section one
Yeah.
day in your fucking life and see if you think that deserves to be put in prison.
The whole fucking YouTube shows around like people
Yeah.
getting trying to meet up with people on
You know
Facebook.
what I saw the other day? I was watching comment etiquette, right? And he was basically just going through all of these YouTube channels that are basically just softcore porn.
The whole thing to them, yeah.
And literally, like, I was like, this can't be true. This can't be. It's 100% there. All you
Yeah.
have to do is just type in like naked yoga or this or that, and there's just women showing off various bits of their body, just fucking.
Man, take off the put a VPN on,
Yeah.
set yourself to like America or something.
Yeah.
See so much more.
Yeah,
It's happened to me. Remember I said before about the amount of times I'm watching something and I don't realize my VPN is on like that. And
yeah,
then I take it off and all of a sudden I can't watch the video anymore. And it happened again the other day.
yeah.
It was just something minor. I don't.
And that's the weirdest thing as well. Is like we seem to think in the UK that we've got a free internet. We do not.
We have so much shit. hidden
It's
from us.
so sensitive.
Propagandized.
Just Google something and look at all of the search sites that says these ones have been removed because of this law and that law under this section. It's like, what? I'm sorry, what?
Like 800 people, something like that, were arrested in Russia last year
Yeah,
for social media stuff.
yeah,
In Britain last year, over 4,000.
yeah. That's normal
Crazy.
for social
Oh,
media.
yeah, this
shit.
country, man. This country. But anyway, America.
Yeah, yeah. So again, though, this is what I was saying. It's about a change thing. Everyone across the world
Change.
wants fucking change because we know that there is lots and lots of money around, and there is plenty of money and resources to pay for all of the things that are necessary, like food, water, roads, hospitals, housing, shit like that. We know it exists. Why isn't it being used? And why are we continuously being fucking charged more and more and more and more and more and more for less and less and less and less? Right? Now, that is something that everyone is experiencing in all manners across the globe. Now, everyone has different ideas on how to fix that. Whether you're Conservative, Republican, whether you're Labour or Democrat, or whether you're any of these other parties, everyone has an idea of what they're trying to do to fix the situation, and everyone's logic is a little bit flawed because
But-
everyone's
Apart
logic,
from that,
because everyone's logic is built in a kind of world that already exists and is sort of built on weird old traditions that no longer make sense. Even the stock market in and of itself is kind of a ridiculous principle. It's just this thing is
Well-
valued more, so therefore it is worth more. Therefore they have more money, therefore they become bigger.
for a second, I thought you were segueing into Elon Musk. Then I thought you were segueing into the old parliamentary rules at the end. And I was like, I'm not doing that one anymore.
yeah. No, but they're
I thought, what?
doing. The point is that the world needs to change the way that it distributes not wealth, but the way that it distributes necessary, important resources to do with healthcare and shit like that.
There's a pipe dream, and shit ain't gonna happen.
But that's the problem. Everyone wants that, and they will take anyone who labels
First
themselves
of all,
as
the
change.
world. I mean, like you can't even don't even look at the world at the moment. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like focus on like
But
America
this
and
is
England right now.
this
like,
is the
world.
whole world is buckling, and this is the
Yeah,
point. Like,
that's-
look at China. China is falling the fuck apart right now.
Or
like-
is it?
Well,
Like, do what? How? From what I don't trust the shit we see.
yeah, no, you're right. To
Like,
be fair,
And
'Cause it could all be
China's
propaganda.
falling apart so much. It's like, why is like Trump wanting to throw so many like giant embargoes at it? And
That's true.
Like, it's like you really were doing a lot to this country that's apparently.
falling apart. Yeah,
I mean, when we see the videos of it, how it's literally falling apart the
the
building.
tofu drag shit.
Yeah, that's just because like they don't give a shit about their people.
Yeah.
We've always known forever that they don't give a shit about their actual people. you
But
know.
that can only happen for so long until the people start getting antsy.
Yeah, they get antsy, but then they'll kick up for a little bit, and then as we saw before, they'll
Tiananmen Square it.
kick off for a little. I don't know
Yeah.
what that is. That the
That's the one where the guy gets run over by a a tank. Yeah.
Yeah, he does get one over in the end.
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
he?
totally gets run
Yeah,
over. Yeah, yeah. Don't watch that full video, guys.
I've never seen the full video.
Neither have I. I just know what happens.
I don't think it's out there, the full video, from things I've seen on like lists and all that. You know.
It's not available on like the normal internet
Well,
stuff
yeah.
because it's fucking, it's one of those like banned videos. But yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna always find those banned videos.
but it's so the fact is that people want change. Now, did you see the front row of Trump's inauguration?
Would you say the front row, like
The front row of people
watching him?
watching him get inaugurated.
No.
It was just billionaires. It
Oh,
was-
that's not surprising.
It was Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and Jeff Bezos with his big titty GF.
I've heard some really interesting points brought up actually, though, because getting into like Elon Musk in a sec as well.
Yeah.
Because it is really interesting. I hadn't really thought about it. Somebody from the other side, on Piers Morgan, because I
Yeah.
love that, like hearing both sides talk to each other and that, sometimes talk, sometimes shout. But
yeah.
bringing up the point, though, it's like just think about it from the other side, though. Imagine if it was like Mark Zuckerberg, who, from the sounds of it, is like, I don't know if he is, but for this example, he was on the other side. He was like, imagine if Biden was in power, and then he'd have brought Mark Zuckerberg in, or Jeff Bezos, and like, it
Well,
would like
Yeah.
suppress stuff like on Facebook and that, like
Yeah.
about the laptop and all that, and then had decided to bring him into the government, give him an office in the West Wing,
Yeah.
and set him. And
Now-
not only that as well, make him in charge of who can get funding from the government, and he is a public, he's a billionaire for these different companies where. Not so much SpaceX, but say Tesla, for example.
Yeah.
All these different competitors in the
Yeah.
market, that he could just be like, no, you're not going to have a grant for this. I know you're doing the thing like the energy stuff. but
Yeah. No, sorry.
maybe you don't get as much funding anymore. Maybe we'll just give Tesla all the funding.
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah.
Shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That he's literally in charge of
That.
that stuff. But he's also got Vivek Swami there, and I could think that maybe that's the reason why he's there with him.
Yeah, maybe. But here's the fact, right? Is it's a very interesting turnaround for a lot of billionaires. So Mark Zuckerberg never really been a Trump guy. never really been a Trump guy, except this time around, he's in the front row of the inauguration.
Does that mean
Jeff
he's actually,
Bezos,
like,
never really been a big Trump guy. He's like, I'm sure he's probably been pro-Trump, but he's never been sort of out proud with Trump.
were they given? I don't think they gave him anything before though. They didn't give him support before. I don't think,
No,
though.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
It's a turnaround for these guys. Like, so, because Biden was usually the thing that, like, Democrats were usually the people that they were interested in. Like Elon Musk, you'll find later on when we go into it. He was more like leaning Democrat for most of his life. Quite a lot of these billionaires were. Now, something has changed very distinctly on this particular run. There's also something weird that's happened. Like the popular vote went his way, all that kind of stuff. People seem to be less irritated by Trump in some way this time round already.
I know.
And I don't know why.
I reckon I know. I've
There's
heard them talk about this a lot.
But there's also Bill Gates, who is like he was anti-Trump.
Yeah.
He wasn't even Democrat and just happened to sort of, vote the other way. He was anti-Trump. And apparently Trump has gone to him with his healthcare idea. And Bill Gates has said, I think that's actually pretty good. I think that might work.
He's gone to all these different people. Like, from what I think, a lot of people, this is what I was going to say then, but from like some just like Trump particularly, like from the way he's been looking at stuff and going to people and presenting stuff and what he apparently wants to do with this last like term, because he knows he can't by law get another term for this.
Yeah.
And he wants to like stamp his legacy,
Yeah.
especially apparently since like, almost dying. Like realizing how close he came to death.
Yeah.
And they say like the way to do that is following through on everything he promised, etc. All these different things. I don't know about all that side.
Now,
but
what interests me though
is
that healthcare thing. If Trump is able to be the president who fixes healthcare, that is the biggest fuck you to not only the Democratic Party, who've been trying to fix it for generations and have failed, but it's also a big fuck you to Barack Obama, who tried specifically to try with Obamacare, and Trump actively dislikes Obama. Well, at least he did actively dislike Obama because Obama took the piss out of him. And that's almost why some people think that he ended up running for president, is because of that joke that Obama made at his expense. He's like, fuck you, I'll be president and fuck you over, bitch.
Oh, whatever works in the end, man.
But it's interesting. Like, what is happening behind the scenes in the Trump administration is going to be very interesting to see what, see it unfold.
Though, as well, to your earlier point, I was going to forget completely what you're saying about, like, why are all these different people seem to be flipping from like the one side to the other side.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of this discussion, like, because I realized I watch too many political things, man. I
deep in it.
I like political shit. Yeah, I can't tell you which side's which.
Yeah, but I don't think
autism or that's something in your head.
That's something. No, but I think that's less
attention.
I don't think that's what it is, because I think I've always said to sort of people, and I've sort of talked about things when on the podcast, we have differences of opinion, but the thing is, I don't think either of us have got our opinion from our political ideology. It's not like we've picked a party and then gone, I'm going to follow that doctrine.
Which one is which? So
yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. I think that's to your advantage, not to your detriment, because you're not going around going like, I am this person, so therefore I agree with that.
This is what I think a lot of kind of, in the sense, what has happened as well, though.
Yeah.
Because I think what's happened, a lot of people who talked about it, and I agree with it.
Yeah.
Like that I've seen talking about it is, I don't want to take credit for it, so this idea, but it's just the idea that over the last 8 years, especially, the more and more the woke stuff and PC political stuff, all this has come in, that the goalposts have changed. People that were, at one point very much to one side, now it's like, if you're not thinking this.
Oh yeah, they've alienated.
Then you're.
The line was here.
I'm this now.
Yeah,
then.
The line was here in the middle, and they've gone, well, if you're a white male, well, if you say this about that, oh well,
You'd
if
only
you
agree the
do
kids should
that,
be given
yeah, if you
hormone
don't,
treatment.
yeah, oh, if you don't say the exact right fucking pronoun
It's all that
before you're
stuff.
told,
It's all of that, or it's
it
shifted it
just
completely.
shifts it, man. It
And
shifts it.
It's
It's
where
like Crystalia.
political correctness is dead now.
Yeah, Crystalia always talks on his podcasts about don't make me do it, man. Don't make me grow one giant right wing.
Well, that's good. I feel
I'm just
once
flying
again, though,
around like,
part of that joke still kind of goes over my head though, because I'm like, well, shit, why again?
yeah, yeah,
That's not
yeah.
even a joke. I'm like, but
Yeah,
yeah, I think that's a lot of what it is though, which is it's all just this perfect storm now, and it's just kind of gone great
yeah,
for them. And I do think that they want to. I say, he wants to, at the very least, Trump really make his mark,
I think he does.
and the way he does that is changing things
Yeah,
so that they'll be different after he leaves still as
yeah.
well.
I'm interested to see what happens. That's all I'll say. I'm
Same.
just interested to see what happens. I don't have, again, like for some reason this time round, like Matilda's been looking at all the videos on TikTok of people having like, like breakdowns and stuff over Trump.
I haven't seen any because you know me, I don't look at any of the social media
Yeah, but
stuff,
she's
but
on
I
TikTok.
knew it was there.
She's on TikTok, and TikTok is entirely
no,
that
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
vibe. And like,
I say
there's
that I have seen stuff actually through watching like some of the
yeah,
political things. I have seen stuff actually.
and there's
Yeah.
some crazy shit out there where these people going like, no, this is it, this is over. How have you done this to me? This is ridiculous. You people are evil. You're sick. And it's like this time round, especially, it's like last time there was a bit of me that was like, I kind of understand why you're so upset. This time, I'm just like, what? This is just you're just acting like a child.
But none of this as well, though. Like, this is something that some people are worried about too because of some of the verbiage they use. And I think it's fair as well. But only because the other side have put this onto them.
Yeah.
So there are going to be some kids right now that feel like scared about the idea that, like they're like, think they're like trans. I'm talking like young children that think they're trans or something. They shouldn't even be thinking about it, that now gonna be, like
that's the
feeling like
weirdest.
the enemy.
That is the weirdest bit
That
about
shouldn't,
it.
yeah, but that should never been put on them to begin with.
That is the weirdest thing about it, though.
So
Isn't it?
don't victimize any of those people. Is what my point was. Anyone
I just want to make a
be
quick
chill with those
point.
people.
I want to make a quick point about the kid thing. It's like, isn't it weird to give someone a surgery that changes their sexual organs before the age that they are legally allowed to use those said organs?
Yeah.
Doesn't that seem a little bit weird that you're going before sex is even a fucking thing that they're thinking about,
Even at all.
that they should even be aware of, really?
They wouldn't feel they're not even anywhere near puberty.
Yeah, and you're going like, we're just going to change that for you now. Now that's,
the only kids that normally think about it before that age of
Yeah.
puberty, kids that have been abused.
yeah, a little bit, unfortunately.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're the ones that would normally be aware of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And I hate to say it, but there is a sort of correlation there as well. That's been seen in data. And I hate to say that.
I'm not saying that anyone that's like, trans is like been abused as a child sexually by their parents or something. I'm just saying it's a form of,
and it's not
child
every
abuse.
single person.
That's all I'm saying.
And it's not every single person who's trans either. So let's not.
No, every kid. Talk about.
Yeah, no, but you know,
No,
what
it
I
is
mean?
every kid.
It's
Every
not
kid that's trans has been abused by their parents if their parents are letting them.
if every kid, yeah,
but
not every trans person. I'm saying,
Yeah. Not every trans person.
Yeah.
Of course not.
No, but
When you're
obviously,
an adult, that's different.
yeah.
You're an
But
adult.
there's just, I don't know. There's just, it's strange to me that is.
It shouldn't be such a big point to talk about. Yeah, it shouldn't be. Like we shouldn't have to we're having this discussion about this thing, but that's played such a huge part in this. Did you see the numbers about like how much the polls changed? Whatever they're called, not the official polls, but
the opinion polls
they're going through.
Yeah.
How much they changed as soon as that ad campaign went out, where it was a Super Bowl, I think, where Trump said there was load of stuff on, and he said Kamala is for Trump is for you. Kamala is for they, them. Trump is for you. Something like that.
Right, yeah, and that is
It was a huge turning point.
That was basically just handing him a fucking trophy to hold up there. That was
it was his thing.
yeah.
But
Literally using those terms alone.
It was
is-
showing her not being able to say what a woman is
Yeah,
all that over and over
yeah,
again, things like that. I'm not doing it justice because the verbiage was really smart.
Yeah.
It was something like that.
Right. So let's talk about some of those billionaires in the front row. One of them specifically, Mr. Elon Musk.
He
Now
was in the top. He was up there with
he's
Mr.
right
Trump.
up there doing that hand gesture himself. Now let's try and get
I don't want to do it because I don't want to be
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't.
Done with this.
Yeah. I did it so many times. Just at the start of this podcast. So anyone can just take it. That's fine. I don't give a shit. You know I'm not a fucking Nazi. Grow up.
I don't know.
I don't know. It might not be. It might still be a totten Nazi.
I heard you singing for the Jew down the well.
So my country can be free. So my country can be free.
You must grab him by his horns.
You must grab him by his horns.
And then I tell you what to do. Oh, for the Jew down the
It's
well.
such a fucking crazy episode, that one.
That was a film. No, that was the episode.
That was the episode. Yeah, that was yeah. Right. Anyway, let's find out a little bit about Elon Musk's background.
Okay.
We're not going to be doing a full in-depth thing.
Yeah, so we don't need to do much
because
on this.
you already know quite a lot about it. But a lot of people just sort of they know Elon Musk, they know what he does, they know him from his Twitter.
I don't know how he started.
They don't know. Yeah, they don't know the sort of the background of Elon Musk.
Good point, actually.
So the entire Musk family has its own Wikipedia page because they are all apparently noteworthy.
Just pre-Elon.
I don't know. I think Elon might have been the clincher for the Musk family to be important. But they have all had their own like weird careers. So we're going to go over them shortly, just over the Wikipedia page entry, and then we're going to go into some more little like news article bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Just to sort of give you a flavour of the man.
I feel like I have heard his parents' job, but it'll come back to me.
Yeah. So Elon Musk was his father, or is his father, I should say. And he was born in 1946.
Oldie.
Yeah.
That makes sense, actually.
He was held office at the Pretoria City as a Pretoria City councilman from 1972 to 1983. He was
the host of the Jerry
I believe he was one of the people who verbally sort of went against apartheid. I believe that's the case. I can't remember whether the Progressive Federal Party.
Because it's South Africa, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apartheid is
apartheid
separation.
Yeah.
Segregation, is that?
Trade opposition.
Yes, I think so. Something to do with that, anyway. Sorry for my ignorance. Sorry for my skin colour. I know I need to.
Yeah.
Apologise, that is. Not change my skin colour.
Yeah. So apartheid obviously was a big deal in South Africa because it was literally their version of segregation in America.
So splitting them up.
Yeah, literally just splitting up and segregating.
Back of the bus.
The what?
Back of the bus.
Back of the bus, that kind of stuff.
Just
you have your own drinking
there.
fountain, stuff like that. Yeah. And unfortunately, apartheid kept going for quite a long time in South Africa.
Well, yeah, must have only considering that time frame in that case.
Yeah, like, quite a lot longer. And especially for like an African nation.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this in my head now because I'm like,
but it's all like Dutch.
White.
I think it was like Dutch settlers and stuff.
Yeah,
were originally
that would make sense.
The people who went
there.
There
Must have been something.
Yeah.
But that would make sense.
The accent's it's a strange accent to come out of Dutch.
Well, no, that probably would have just been, I'm guessing, being around maybe the South African people that were there originally. The African people. Maybe. And then
it sounds Australian to a certain extent.
Maybe they dragged a load with them.
Maybe
that's just what happens when you take a Dutch person
and
they start having, their kids rubbed off with like
their kids rubbed off.
The African accent. before they started murdering them all again. Well, I don't know. They might have done that
They
too.
might have done
Just-
that. They might have been. That might have
It
been
was
what they
old
did.
times. A kid back then was, if you go by the Quran, like they stopped being a kid at 8.
Yeah.
And I personally followed the word of God, of course. Praise be thy name.
So yeah, he
This is
was.
what happens when you give me too many gaps.
Yeah, sorry.
I
So-
don't mind personally.
So Elon Musk
I'm
was.
fine with it.
Elon
Like,
Musk has been a sort of a fairly big like guy for a while. He's been involved in diamond mines and things like that.
oh,
So that's where they got most of their original money. Actually,
Elon?
yeah, was
Oh.
diamond mines.
wow, okay.
Yeah.
That I had no idea. I
Yeah,
had
let-
just
let me
totally
find-
assumed it would be some techie thing,
Let
you
me
know.
find that bit. I completely forgot to find that bit. Sorry, people.
That's all right. I mean, I now look at Elon in a completely different manner straight away, knowing he started out in. I don't know if he said blood diamonds, but I'm now assuming it was blood diamonds. For the rest of this episode, it is blood diamonds, which I still don't actually really understand what that concept means. But I know it was a good film, which I think I watched.
Yeah. Right. So Elon's dad, Errol, says he can prove the existence of the emerald mine where Elon was supposed to get all his wealth. So it's even more complicated than I thought. His dad
Ooh.
doesn't own the mine, apparently. Apparently, Elon Musk doesn't even own the mine. Apparently, someone else is saying that Elon buys the emeralds from someone claiming that they were the mine and then sold them on, but he's not allowed to do that. So technically, he says he doesn't do that.
But that part makes sense because Elon Musk doesn't sell a fire extinguisher.
Doesn't sell a
flamethrower,
flamethrower. So that's just
and he
that's
tells them not to use it. as a
that's in line
flamethrower.
with, but we're going too much into the business. That's not what I'm here
But
for.
interestingly, though, that kind of makes it seem like a bit dodgy,
Yeah.
like a bit more dodgy than like a bit flamethrower on the side dodgy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I might have to look into that in a future episode a bit more in depth.
Yeah. There's a lot.
There's be a lot to go into with that. Surely.
This is what I was sort of thinking as well. Is like there's so much happening here, and there's so many rumors about Elon Musk, like weird rumors about Elon Musk.
Yeah, we're gonna need to read some of the keynotes in more detail. in the
Yeah, we
future,
really
maybe.
are.
That one definitely.
So May Musk was, of course, Elon Musk's mother. Is of course Elon Musk's mother.
She was
Sorry.
the namesake of Aunt May.
Born
a lot of
in-
people know that.
Yeah. Born in 1948, she is a model, dietitian,
Oh,
and author.
baby.
She-
Oh, do you know May Musk got a little bit going on, does she?
Yeah. Apparently, I mean, from some of the
Yeah.
photos I've seen, she looks like, imagine if Jeremy Irons was female and hot.
Okay.
It's weird, but when you see her, you'll understand.
Is that older? I'm
Get
guessing
up
the
a picture.
older.
Get up a picture
Okay,
of May Musk.
Are we talking older? Is that then? Because I'm trying to understand how that would work with a younger woman, and that's where
This is older. Yeah, this is older.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. That sounds a little bit better, at least.
Yeah.
Then. Shall I put a picture up for the people?
Yeah. Put a picture up for
Okay.
the peeps.
Because I want to see the porn that was on beforehand. I should have got rid of that, really.
No one cares.
Present. Share screen. Google. There we go. That's the one. Share.
May
Let's have a look how it works on here, though. Oh, I
Musk.
need to get
Oh, that's
rid
all
of
right.
that.
That's not bad.
You guys see it through anyway.
That's
once you
fine.
can't hear
That's
it.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Maye. There you go. W. May Musk.
I bet a lot of people have been searching straight away the picture, man. Jesus. Oh, a bit of a look at her right away. Look. Oh, okay.
You see what I mean?
Even a bit elderly. She's still. I get what you're saying, to be fair.
Yeah.
I want to see her a bit younger time now. Hold on.
Young May Musk.
You know what I'm doing.
Young May Musk.
Oh, look, he knows what we want. Look. He knows what we want. Oh, damn.
I mean, that is like 60s Bond
Mm.
girl kind of shit, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Look, see some of these. She's got a bit of
She did not suit the 80s.
Is that the
Jesus,
80s?
no, go down one, and then to the right, the red one.
Okay.
Oh my God, she did not suit the 80s.
No,
The
nobody.
80s
She was a bit older there. You could tell. Look,
Yeah,
she's
the 80s
older.
were not a good time
Yeah.
for her. But
Maybe
she
that
looks
part
hotter now than she did in the 80s.
Yeah, that part of her life as well. You know,
Yeah.
she hadn't figured out how to spend that money yet, has she?
Yeah, no, she hadn't.
No, that was when she was in her prime. Look at that there. She looks good there.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bit too much leg for back then, though, man. That was with people. That was like porn back then.
Yeah.
That was like
My
straight up like
God.
porn.
Look at her. You can see her sides.
Oh God, yeah, you're right. Oh damn. Whew.
I've never been so horny in my goddamn life.
Well, you can see why how Elon was made.
Yeah.
A bit going on there. Okay.
So that's May Musk.
May Musk.
She
May Musk.
Yeah, she's done quite a lot of
My
work.
lust for May Musk.
Yeah, she's done quite a lot of work throughout her years as, you know, a nutritionist and stuff like that. Apparently that's how she made her money when she was younger. was by being a nutritionist in between the, you know, modeling gigs and things. There's
I'm not
Kimball Musk.
understanding how these people made her so far, made him so far.
No. There's Kimball Musk.
Okay.
Kimball James Musk, born in September 1972, is a South African restaurateur, chef, and entrepreneur. He owns a kitchen restaurant group, a collection of restaurants located in Colorado and Chicago. He is the co-founder and chairman of Big Green, a 501 nonprofit that has built hundreds of outdoor classrooms called Learning Gardens in schoolyards across America. Musk is also the co-founder and chairman of Square Roots, an urban farming company growing food in hydroponic, indoor climate-controlled shipping containers. Musk currently sits on the board of Tesla Incorporated and SpaceX, both of which his brother Elon is the CEO. He is the... Yeah, he was on the board of Chipotle Mexican Grill. He is the brother of Tosca Musk, son of Errol and May Musk, and major shareholder in Tesla.
Let's just point out, I'm sure as well that his brother managed to build that food restaurant chain, whatever it was, completely on his own back with no money.
With no money from Elon or his dad at all. None. Or his mum.
Apparently, Elon's a breadwinner in his family.
Yeah, no, there's dodgy shit about his dad. You'll find out later on.
Okay.
Tosca Musk, born in 1974, is a South African filmmaker. She is an executive producer and director of feature films, television programs, and web content. Her work includes Kay Bromberg's Driven, Rachel and Dyken's Matchmaker's Playbook, and her web series Tiki Bar TV. Tosca is the younger sister of Elon Musk and Kimball Musk, and daughter of Errol Musk and May Musk. She co-founded the streaming service Passionflix.
Never fucking heard of it.
Neither have I. Let's find out more about Passionflix. So Passionflix
is I'm going to assume Netflix, but for porn.
Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it? But apparently not. It's focusing on releasing original film adaptations and best-selling romance novels. Also, it's a bit steamy. It's a bit steamy, but it's not quite there. You know, it's porn for Christian mums.
Anyone buying that video service, Passionflix, are expecting porn.
Yeah, and they're not getting it.
They're not getting it.
They're getting at most a rom-com with like some Vaseline on the lens.
Yeah, I can work with that. Yeah. Worse than much worse, trust me.
Mm-hmm.
You try having a wank after work. Not in the gym, anyway.
Yeah, no. Elon Musk, obviously, Mr. Musk himself. Elon Reeve Musk, born in 1971, is a businessman and political figure known for his key roles in the automotive company Tesla and SpaceX. He's administrator of the the Department of Government Efficiency under the second Donald Trump presidential administration. He is known for his ownership of X, etc. Member of the wealthy South African Musk family, Musk was born in Pretoria and briefly attended the University of Pretoria. At the age of 18, he immigrated to Canada, acquiring his citizenship through the Canadian-born mother, May. 2 years later, he matriculated at Queen's University in Canada. It basically means you go up a year without having to.
Oh, that's not
yeah.
surprising.
Yeah.
Musk. I put him in school. I'll be like, "Oh, why are you here?
Yeah,
Do you want to teach the staff?"
yeah. He moved to California in
So, do you need to
1995.
go and change your nappy first before you do that? Okay, go on.
Yeah. He moved to California in 1995 to attend Stanford University, but never enrolled. And instead, with his brother Kimball, co-founded the online city guide software company Zip2. At this point,
If Stanford's too boring for you, then
it's quite interesting to mention that Elon Musk was working in the United States illegally.
my man,
He had
catch and
not,
release, baby.
yeah, he had not got a work visa,
Wait.
and he was just working and making companies anyway.
Wait, I've just realised though who he's in. He wants to do the whole deport ban bit. All right,
Yeah. Little bit fucking.
especially the illegal one.
Yeah.
He'd be screwed.
He would be. He wouldn't be allowed in.
Well, nobody's allowed.
And they
to do
take
it.
him out. Yeah, they take him out.
Such an easy system to abuse. You don't need to do it illegally. Like
Hmm.
abuse it legally, you might as well.
You can't abuse the American one easily. Not us,
Oh,
at
yeah, you
least.
can.
Not us, at least.
What?
We can't.
Oh well, yeah. Oh no, we can't.
No.
But if we just turned up and then tried to do the legal thing, well, how do you do it?
Yeah.
Where they come from is because we have they can get all our records. Is that why?
It's political asylum. Is usually the only reason they'll let you in initially, and then they evaluate from there.
That's pretty cool. Asylum.
It's like, oh, I'm being politically, attacked by my own country, and if
Oh,
I
you
stay
mean
there,
like
I'll
when
die.
people are running there from?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then they bring them in, and they're like, "Hey, we need to check you over to make sure you're not a bad person."
Yeah.
No? And that'll take a few weeks. So go
You
into
don't
the
know Vladdy
country,
Poots, do you?
You go off into the country, and we'll call you back in a couple of weeks to
Yeah.
let you know if we need to deport you, and you have to come back in.
Yeah.
And that will work.
That'll
No
work
problems
so
with
well.
that at all.
Yeah.
None at all. There's also just the thing we forgot. He declared a state of emergency at the southern border.
Yeah.
State of emergency.
I don't know.
State of emergency. One of them.
But the fact is, right, he had a student visa. He did not have a work visa, so he should not have been working for
Mr.
like
Muskie.
full time in a company.
Yeah. He elongated his travel.
He did.
visa.
But once you've got enough money, it's pretty easy to stay in a country, especially in America.
Of course.
Like you can easily push through your green card if you've got enough money to do so.
Did he have enough money?
Of course you did.
Oh, if he's rich, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
He knew it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they co-founded the online city guide software company Zip2. The startup was acquired by Compaq for $307 million in 1999. That same year, Musk co-founded X.com, a direct bank.
Oh, okay.
X has been used by Musk in so many different things.
He really wanted something called Dexter.
Yeah, he really has.
What is
So he
that?
slapped it on Twitter.
What is with that?
I don't know.
That's why he bought it. It was not for anything else. That's why he fucking bought Twitter.
Yeah.
To finally have something successful called X.com.
Yeah.
Nobody used the name.
Yeah. So yeah, it goes all
Maybe
the
he had
way
to
on.
spend so much for the domain because that must have been an expensive domain. Maybe he's had it the whole time.
Yeah.
And it was more expensive. He already put more than 4.6 billion or whatever into the domain.
Maybe.
I tell you, carry on.
Maybe, I don't know.
That's how hard you fucking
No,
know.
maybe he did. Maybe he was just that committed to X.
Maybe they knew who was doing it.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even realize what this money is.
Yeah. Musk did not start PayPal. He was a principal investor in PayPal. He did not found it. He always says that he founded it. He did not found it. But regardless,
Oh, that's like how I claimed that my children are my children, but I'm only saying that even though it was a gangbang and we all
gave in a bit.
And I'm just like, yeah, never mind, they're probably.
Yeah, they're probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you went last.
Yeah, about like 7 months later, to be exact.
Yeah, that's how it
Finally
works.
started figuring
That's
it
how
out.
it works. Is whoever went in last, isn't it? That's what I was told.
Joking, children, if you watch.
Yeah,
Shouldn't be watching
you
all
should
of
not
this,
be
really.
watching this.
Actually, this is a pretty tame episode,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
We're talking about, one of the leaders of the free world now. Yeah, I did mean Musk, by the way. Just about
Yeah.
dying there a bit.
A little bit.
Get away from the mic, man.
So, Musk sells on PayPal, or at least his control of PayPal.
I didn't know that was a thing. Just like PayPal, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he didn't make it. He just.
No, I mean, he had
Yeah,
anything to do with PayPal,
yeah.
like,
There's an interview with him from back in the day when he was doing the PayPal thing. Are we still on the shared screen?
no. No.
Good.
Fucking burp down the mic. Then. Fucking hell.
It's gonna be one of those episodes.
No, I'm not even joking. No, if I was listening to something like that, I would turn it off. As soon as someone burped into my I'd be like, no. That would be a straight up turn off for me.
I should probably try and avoid it.
It depends if you like viewers. I mean,
Yeah. Musk helped create the Solar City, solar energy
catty
company.
today, man. This is what happens when I don't sleep enough.
Yeah.
Catty.
Do you know that Musk founded SpaceX in 2002?
No, I didn't. But it doesn't surprise me, to be fair.
Pretty early. And mind you, like, that's 22 years it's gone from, the sort of basic shit they were doing, which was literally they were just trying to get something into orbit. Can we get something into orbit as an individual company? And lo and behold, they did it once, and they were like, "Well, we've done it once. We could probably do it with something a bit bigger. Let's try that.
Well,
Let's
that
get
makes
some more
sense.
investment."
With his plan now, with how he said, because he said how he planned to get to Mars is the same way he did everything else with SpaceX, by like kind of amassing resources and then just kind of doing it off its own back each time.
Yeah.
So that makes sense, like why maybe he's had it for so long.
Well, I mean,
to
they
allow
are
to get to that point.
they're the premier space taxi service at the moment.
Sure. Yeah.
There's no one else like lifting the loads that they're lifting as regularly as they are, as efficiently as they are.
But they still haven't. Nobody's still gone to get those people off the space station. Apparently.
Yeah, but that's because they haven't paid them to do it.
That doesn't surprise me.
If you fucking get out your fucking paycheck and get on with it, and then Musk will be like, "Okay, I'll do it now."
Well,
Although maybe Musk was waiting.
I mean,
maybe Musk was waiting
like,
for Trump to be in power so that he can be like, "You know what? I'll do it for my best buddy."
Wow, that's the thing. Could he just? Oh, I say could he? Of course he could. Like SpaceX just becomes the new head thing.
I mean,
forget NASA.
Do you remember?
NASA's gone.
Do you remember fucking that they wanted to have a space force?
Well, that was a thing. That is a thing.
That is a thing.
Yeah,
it's a thing that exists.
Yeah.
Now they've got on the board a guy who's literally flying shit into space on the reg. Like, you can militarize SpaceX very quickly.
I mean, for all we know, we've already got stuff going into like space and a bit more reg anyway. Not NASA, but like UAP people and all that. Oh, there's a new. Have you seen the new UAP video that came out?
No.
From a UAP retrieval thing.
All right.
It's supposed to be one of the same things that was from. You remember the Tic Tac, the Go Fast video, the one where it's just a thing going across like the water really fast.
Oh yeah.
And the ones you keep hearing about, like the little Tic Tac ones, but they're more like an egg. And it's just, I'll show you in a bit. It's just it's like a glow in the dark video, not night vision, like the better version of night vision.
Oh, thermal stuff.
Yeah, like a big green one though as well, so maybe it's more night vision. I'm not sure.
That is night vision, yeah. There's different generations of night vision as well. The new stuff is a lot clearer than the old stuff used to be.
It's a lot. It's a proper clear one.
Yeah.
And it's basically, imagine if you're on the top of an army helicopter and they've got a winch down carrying something.
Yeah.
And you got a camera at the top of the winch looking down the winch.
Yeah.
Looking down the winch, this long winch carrying this egg thing. And then, it's them dropping it down and then putting it down onto the floor and then it rolling over a little bit. And that's the video. And it's supposed to be from like a UAP.
Yeah.
It did come from like an official thing again, but it's like, Yeah, it's interesting, but it's like it doesn't mean nothing on its own.
Yeah.
It means nothing
Yeah.
alone. Like when I first looked at it without knowing context of what it actually was supposed to be, I was like, it means nothing.
Yeah. Oh dear. Right. So let's get into some more details. So we talked briefly about Elon Musk's dad, didn't we? Mr. Errol Musk,
I like it.
Esquire.
Yeah, you said he's dodgy.
Yeah. He's a bit of a dodgy guy, even according to
Elon.
Elon Musk himself.
Okay.
So,
If Elon thinks someone's weird, then
yeah. He said, this is a direct quote. He
he might just
says,
think all people are weirdo. Actually, to be fair, I
Yeah.
don't know. Go on.
yeah, he was such a terrible human being, you have no idea, he told an interviewer for the American magazine The Rolling Stone.
He didn't even know how to build an universal atomic accelerator.
Yeah,
And I'm like, Dad, come on.
yeah.
Help me build an atomic accelerator. I can't, son. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
You're so terrible, Dad. Buy me a Lamborghini.
He said,
The last one broke.
my dad will have a carefully thought out plan of evil. He will plan evil. Almost
Right.
every crime you can possibly think of, he has done. Almost every evil thing you can possibly think of, he has done. It's so terrible you can't believe it. So,
Okay. I mean, I'm just remembering what he said about the dodginess, and I'm remembering the backstory bit now, and I'm like, wait, is he actually like a mafia guy or some shit?
seems a bit weird, doesn't it? Seems a bit weird. Like, we're going to have to do a full-on deep dive into Elon Musk specifically
And
at some point,
it's
rather
gotta
than
be
just a
something-
flavor of Elon.
yeah,
We got to go into Elon
well,
Musk.
the proper early Elon, like
Yeah.
with his
Well,
the
we
early
need
dad.
to go right into his dad's career, hardcore, and then sort of that'll tell us more about like where Elon's wealth comes
I'm
from.
thinking like a prequel series, you know, and
Yeah.
like it's cut in between him doing that
That's
and
good.
his dad's like business.
That's
at the
good.
same
That's
time.
good
like
idea.
a Better Call Saul, you know, where it's going between like Gus Fringe at the end, even though you know
Yeah.
he's like a later player. Like, you know, I look at the world like it's a TV series.
Yeah.
TV that way.
So,
Gesundheit.
ooh, oh my god.
Ooh. What was you?
His father also not a huge fan of Elon.
That's lovely.
So Elon changed after Biden snubbed him, father Errol Musk says. So apparently Errol says that Elon was never really that big of a Republican again, and wasn't, you know, that big of a fan of Trump necessarily, all that kind of stuff. Was
Oh yeah,
sort
he
of-
voted for Biden in 2020.
apparently so, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, is that what you were getting at? Sorry.
yeah. So
Okay.
Errol's
Basically,
basically,
people's opinions change, and like we said, the goalposts have changed completely.
yeah.
An old guy, I wouldn't expect to understand that as much.
Yeah. And the Democratic Party have followed down that line so fast, down the woke thing of just, this is what everyone wants. It's like, no.
Yeah.
No.
The
No.
woke libtards, isn't it? Still, whatever the name is.
Hmm. So,
The people that are fans of Sam Smith is another way to refer to him.
yeah. He started changing when Biden invited all the electric car manufacturers to the White House in 2021, but didn't invite Tesla.
Oh,
Tesla built 1 million cars, and the other 5 manufacturers built about 26, and hadn't even sold one. Elon Musk told News Station.
see what he doesn't. What Elon must never realized is he brought them in to be like, "Yo, guys, you're getting killed. If you want to be in this, like, I'm just going to give everything to Elon at this point. You might as well,
Yeah.
like, you know, fix up, do a bit better."
But apparently, this is the thing. Like, Elon's dad seems to have disliked Elon for a very long time. There seems to have been a lot of tension
Yeah,
there for
there's
a
some
long time.
Yeah,
And
he goes deeper.
weirdly, now at the moment, it seems like they're more on a similar wavelength than ever. Like, because Elon Musk's dad starts to get quite sort of happy about Elon later on in this same interview.
Mm.
He's going like, the tech billionaire is now leading Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, which is expected to focus on reducing government spending and regulations, which has already secured White House email address. Right. So
Maybe Musk just wants his dad's love.
yeah, Errol
Approval.
says we are very happy with Elon.
Oh,
Elon Musk says that he was very happy with Elon and that adds that his children have done well in their fields. He said that Elon has broken the mold and, is sort of put into the same category as people like, Thomas Edison and stuff like that, right?
I mean, I wouldn't argue that either.
Yeah. And the thing is, that's cool that his dad says that, but then in the same fucking breath, he
God.
goes, but I expect much more from him in the future. I'm interested to see where he goes next.
Depending on how that's said, that
No,
could.
No, he
know what I
literally
mean?
says it in I can't remember the exact quote here because I've not got it on the fucking thing. But he literally says, like, yeah, I expect more from him in the future.
Or is it? And I expect more from him in the future.
Maybe it could be.
You know what I mean?
Maybe
Like,
it
this is
could
the
be.
problem with written
could be.
language.
Yeah. Though recently, again, he sparked more issues with Elon because despite the fact that he was happy that he was working with Trump and all that kind of stuff recently, he also said to LBC that people should not get behind Elon Musk in the UK and they should not pay attention to what he has to say about people like Tommy Robinson and people like that.
Jesus Christ.
So
everyone's just thinking that all people hear is like fucking Tommy Robinson. And they think whatever Tommy Robinson might have been talking about can't be right because Tommy Robinson is also this racist guy.
Yeah,
He can't be that. Even though I'm gonna.
It's like even a broken clock is right twice a day.
I'm gonna put the debate down about whether he's a racist guy. I'm not gonna go into that right now.
Let's just assume he is for the sake of fuck of this
argument.
conversation. Yeah.
Which I've slightly forgotten what that original thing was now because
It doesn't mean that
Like,
he's wrong about the
grooming gangs.
gangs, because that is a factual thing that does exist.
and the fact of how they've been ignored and covered up by our government, which we're learning a lot more now because of Elon and people over there talking about
Yeah.
it, because of the light that's been put on it from Tommy Robinson being one of the only people going on and on about it for so long,
Also,
which is true.
coming from, let's assume that Elon Musk is right about his dad. It's a bit weird for a man who has done all of the crimes in the world, supposedly, to be defending,
It makes even more sense in that case, actually, why he brought him up, because it's like, when you're I didn't rob anyone. I've always, been chill, and I've definitely never robbed
Yeah.
anyone.
definitely never robbed
No
anyone.
one said you did. I know.
I know, but I would never do that.
I
I would never do that. So
Yeah,
don't look in
yeah,
this
you
wallet
can
because
do
you're
that.
not going to
Yeah.
find someone else's ID. All right? What
What
are you talking about? All right? That's my bank card. That's my name.
Is it hot in here? Did somebody turn
My
the window?
name
I'm going to
is-
go check if I've left the stool on the fire.
Sarah Jenkins.
You might be Elon's son. Daughter.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Don't know. Well,
That's the only reason why fucking I bet Musk was chuffed about that fucking executive order. He probably got a photocopy of that just to take home to his son/daughter. They were like, I told you, stop it now.
Yeah. His dad does seem to be a little bit sort of. Sorry, but just to go back, his dad does seem a little bit like upset that he's not center stage and his son is.
Oh yeah.
Because he's like when discussing his son's interest in UK politics, Elon Musk said, I mean, he's just a person. The fact that he has money or something, he's a billionaire or something to that effect. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people are tweeting. Yeah, hundreds of thousands of people are tweeting the same things or saying the same things as
the
he is.
richest man in the fucking world.
Yeah. So I wouldn't just because he's a person that stands out more so they can knock him or don't listen to him. That's all. I'd say don't worry about it. Tell him to get lost.
I mean, I don't know fully what he was on about then, but if he's saying don't necessarily listen to his political opinion just because he's right there.
He's right.
I'll agree with him on that one.
He's not always right. He's a billionaire.
Yeah, that doesn't
billionaires have got a very strange sense of the world because they're not in the real world anymore.
Yeah.
They're in this magical
Yeah.
dream world where you get everything you want.
Which is why I think it was very
You're in what I
smart.
like to call Prince world, because that's what everyone who worked for Prince called it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I've told you the story before. It's like one that Kevin Smith told, where he was like, he went up to someone and was like, "What's the weirdest thing you ever got asked to do while working for Prince?" And he goes, "Okay, at one point I got a phone call in the middle of the night, and Prince just goes, 'Hey, I want a giraffe.'" And he goes like, well, "It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I can't do that. I can maybe do it on Tuesday." And he's like, puts down the phone.
And if there's, I love the fact though as well that person knows his job so well that
Yeah.
he's instantly got a time frame.
Yeah,
Like a few days from the sound
yeah.
of it.
Because I've got
Couple
a no. It's not even that. It's probably like the same day or the day after. You know, because it's like 2
days. So
a.m.
it's the same day.
And he's got.
I
I've got to
think
figure
you'd say
things out with the zoo. I've got to like sort this shit out so that we can ensure we've got the food and stuff. But I can get you a giraffe. Not soon enough, bitch.
How many bones does a giraffe have on his neck?
Same as a human.
How many is that?
I think it's like 9 or something.
I put that 7 though.
That's 7. Yeah.
Or
I knew it was an odd number.
yeah, I knew it was an odd number,
You
but
know
I
what I
was sure
mean?
it was 9. Weirdly enough.
Yeah.
When the show said it was 7.
7.
Now
Oh.
it makes me want to check it.
Yeah. Let's find out if we were right. I swear, if it comes up as 9 and we were right, I'm going to be so happy. It's little victories, mate. It's the little victories.
Alexa, how many bones does a giraffe have in its neck?
Just like humans, giraffes have 7 neck vertebrae.
Motherfucker.
By the way, you have a new notification.
No, Alexa.
No.
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 All bullshit. It's like you have an item from Alexa delivered. Like, yeah, I know.
Wow.
Not from Alexa.
It turned
sorry.
up.
That'd be even stupider. Mr. Musk, though.
So, the rise of May Musk in China. This is from Amy Hawkins, senior China correspondent. Right?
Okay.
I can't remember which fucking name it is now. It's right. So anyway, apparently China fucking loves May Musk.
Why?
I don't know. To an obsessive degree, apparently. They really, really love May Musk.
What is it they look like? It's probably better.
I don't know. I think there's probably something about China where they've just got a bit of a mommy thing.
Okay.
You know?
Do they like old one as well?
I
not
think
even-
so. I think that's the thing is, you know, is they want the dom mommy.
Oh, maybe it's because they're like, they love tech stuff and brains and all that, and she created the biggest,
Most brainy man of all,
Brainiest.
yeah.
wealthiest one.
Brainiest, wealthiest, yes.
That sounds like words to go together
So
sometimes.
she not only models in China and gets loads of money, she also wrote a book that was on the Chinese bestseller list in October. It was a biography of her son Elon Musk by Walter Isaacson, apparently. Oh no, that was fucking hell, I've got it wrong. Oh, that was the only thing that was related to Elon Musk that was popular. Right. I've lost it. I've lost the bit that was interesting in this.
I thought the interesting bit was that China loved her. Have they tried to kidnap her yet?
No.
Well, I suppose we just wouldn't know, would we? I mean, that's why Elon is there with Trump. He wants to find out if China really have been trying to kidnap his mom
Yeah.
and help them.
Maybe they've replaced her
Maybe.
with an android.
And he didn't notice for
He
about
didn't
20
notice.
years.
Yeah.
And now now he wants to know, did they replace her with an android, or was he birthed by an android mom? Because that would
Yeah,
make so much
That
sense.
makes so much more sense. Right. So there are certain elements of May Musk's life story that make her particularly appealing in China. She's overcome difficulties being a survivor of domestic violence. She described back from her honeymoon with Elon Musk's father, Elon Musk, bruised and pregnant. From the honeymoon.
Well, I feel like it probably wasn't the honeymoon who did it. It was probably the beatings.
Yeah, but like, who the fuck?
I just want to guess that. I don't.
Who
I
the
don't know.
fuck
Do you reckon
can't
the
hold their
honeymoon-
beatings in before the fucking wedding? Like,
Who said that they held them in
Jesus
before the
Christ.
wedding?
Yeah, but who would marry someone who's beating them?
Oh, someone that's being beaten.
Jesus,
And that's what they do, innit? They stick with them.
that's crazy
They
to
don't
me.
get married to them. Be like, oh no, there's an official law there now. Now I can't leave.
That's crazy
I have
to
a
me.
contract to them.
That's absolutely crazy to me.
I'm signed to a official contract.
So
I can no
now
longer leave this person.
I'd be taking them.
I have now learned to act like a beanbag, a punching bag.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I chain myself to the wall.
That's horrible. That's
Fill
so
myself with
horrible.
sand.
That's so horrible.
Like a guy who just learned like how abuse works. Like,
Yeah.
oh, they stay
Oh.
even though they don't have to. What?
Yeah, no,
What?
I like, yeah, no. It makes
That's weird.
thing is, I've seen it as well. I've seen people like in that situation, but it's still just it
Well, if you've seen them in
horrifies.
a situation, you should help them, Nathan.
It horrifies me. You know, you see it on TV, and it's like I don't understand how this works. Yeah,
Yeah, I've been around the people, man. Like, and it's like you can't get food to them sometimes.
yeah.
You can.
You can
See
try
it,
and
you can
like
tell them.
explain it, but it just doesn't work. Yeah. Elon grew up in a very violent home, she said. Errol has denied allegations of domestic abuse, but he apparently it's not the only woman he's been married to who sort of said that, you know.
Wait.
Elon
again?
Musk's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not the only woman that's been married to him who said that there's been dodgy dealings.
He
So
seems like the kind of person that would own his own variety of nipple clamps. Not for fun. The mean.
yeah, more
clamps.
yeah.
Ones that connected to electric, but just too much.
Just a little bit too much.
You don't want to contact burn. That's when it's like, hold on now. I mean, sometimes, yeah, trust, we all make accidents and we turn up accident. That happens,
Yeah.
but you can tell when it's multiple times.
Yeah.
You can see it.
There's a Chinese social media thing called Weibo. Or
I've heard
Weibo.
of that. I don't know.
Yeah. And someone wrote about her. This amazing woman in her life journey transformed from a housewife who was abused at home to a world-renowned supermodel and successfully raised 3 billionaire children. This script is even more exciting than a Hollywood blockbuster, wrote one fan on Weibo.
It took me down till then to realise I did a good few minutes then, actually, between us, making fun of abuse. And I can't quite remember how we got into that.
No,
now, and
yeah.
I'm just going to go with it because I'm okay still.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember.
The thing is, I think everything's funny to a certain extent. If that got you upset, I do apologise, but ultimately, fuck it.
I don't think everything's
don't-
funny. I think only certain things should be joked about.
Right.
I think that this is a world that needs to be taken seriously
All right.
at all times.
Okay. I never do that.
Says my dick.
Her
Yeah.
story is too inspiring. If you ever want to wear the crown, you must bear its weight, wrote another.
Wait, what the fuck did they?
This is
Does that
this is-
person think that the Queen was doing fucking neck cranks every
Yeah.
morning? What the fuck?
this is what Chinese social media is like. It's really like everyone's trying to be fucking Sun Tzu. It's really fucking annoying.
Damn, man. I'm glad we don't see it in that case.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I assume that everything they say, they try to be really poetic because look at that. Most people, you know, like write letters. They draw like pictures for everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everything's got its own little thing.
that is how it works,
Yeah.
like, isn't it?
Yeah, I tried to learn Chinese. It's fucking maddening.
Yeah, but
I
it's
can't read all of these fucking things.
like the only one of the only ones anyway, harder than our language, and
Yeah.
it makes our language look like piss.
Yeah, because at least we used the same letters that everyone else fucking uses.
Letters.
Yeah, fucking letters, man.
I mean, yeah, it's like one step up from hieroglyphs. Like, just, come on, guys, just cool, well done. It's fancy. Now make a language, a normal language. You're not the only ones either. Kazakhstan, I'm looking at you too.
Yeah,
Someone's got to. I mean, you're tiny. That
Sure.
and they're getting taken over by Dagestan as well now. Dagestan are badasses.
Dagestan.
Dagestan. I think they're actually technically like I don't think they're even officially their own country. If you look at it by like, if you look at it in some of those quizzes where they're like a sovereign state or whatever it's classed as. Yeah, Dagestan is where like so many like UFC fighters come from. Like a couple of the champions right now were until the weekend. I haven't watched their fights yet, but I haven't watched the last two fights. But I guarantee they both won because they were badasses.
Yeah,
They wrestled bears growing up.
yeah.
They grow up wrestling
The
bears.
fuck is wrong with Russians? Where it's like, that big thing out there that can kill you in one swipe. I want to hold it down and make choke.
They're not even giant people. They just they can wrestle a fucking bear.
Yeah, they just wrestle a bear. Yeah.
And you think of these fucking people walking up to them and got a chance? Hey, kill your son.
Yeah, if you can wrestle a
The guy-
bear, there's no human being you can't wrestle apart from another person who can wrestle a bear.
Do you remember when Conor McGregor was doing all that really like at his like highest level when he was like throwing that dolly through the coach at the person?
Yeah.
And then they had to fight the choir guy.
Yeah.
And then they had to fight and he beat the shit out of him, like talking to him the whole time, the other guy.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the fight finished, he jumped over the crowd, jumped straight into his crew, started beating into them. That was
Yeah.
the Dagestan guy.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
He was the first one that kind of kicked off their whole like.
Don't fuck
thing.
with Dagestan guys.
Yeah, and then there's so many now that man, they're badasses.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
I think Elon must have figured.
Elon Musk's starter wife. His first wife, right?
But did he think wives were like like androids?
Yeah. So Elon Musk was obviously he's been married quite a few times now, but let's go back to his first marriage and see if we can learn a little bit more about the guy through what she's got to say. So
you're gonna go like 20 minutes before we need to wrap up, probably for you.
yeah.
Well, not like 25.
No, we got more time now. Don't worry about that. He was a scientific type at home with numbers, commerce, and logic, but I was not the only woman he pursued. But even after he transferred to Wharton, he kept sending roses. When he'd returned to Queens to visit friends, I found myself agreeing to have dinner with him. So Elon Musk basically was sort of wooing this woman over well, not even the internet at that stage, really.
When was this?
It was like early 2000s, so it was mostly.
What are you on about? Not on the internet.
it was
Not on the
emails.
internet.
But he was apparently actually sending actual letters, so and sending roses and things.
He
like
sounds
that.
like that kind of guy.
He seems like that kind of guy. And
I mean, it's not like he had to go to the post office to post them, was it?
yeah. And it's like a quote here: Elon's wealth seemed abstract and unreal, a string of zeros that existed in some strange space of its own. Because, once you got that amount of money, what's sending roses? What's going out to dinner at the fanciest restaurant? What's going for a trip to the fucking Caribbean? It doesn't matter anymore.
He was more bald than I think. Didn't he? Didn't he have a hair being done at some point, or was that not him?
Yeah, no, he definitely had a lot of hair stuff done. Because in the original PayPal video, he looks so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. And now his hair is significantly better. So later, I'll just skip through. Later on, you find out that they did try to have a baby. And
I'm so glad you did, because I really did not want to hear about it.
the baby died, and it was really sad. And then they tried again and had another baby.
Elon Musk had like fucking
so many
armies of
kids.
children.
So many kids.
It's
So
like
he did.
I think he was just planning to repopulate Mars on his own.
Probably.
I think that's the plan. Maybe he was just preparing. Maybe.
It's like that bit in fucking
But he had loads of
Braveheart.
wives.
It's like the bit in Braveheart where he's like, "We'll breed them out."
Wait, so he's had multiple kids with different women then?
Yeah.
I feel like he just thinking about a kind of guy who, if he doesn't give a shit about the emotions,
Yeah.
think of like a Sheldon in real life.
Yeah.
He's just going around banging a few kids out with different women.
Yeah.
Trying to create all these different versions of himself.
It's
knowing
amazing.
that he needs that perfect combination of hisness with somebody so that their genes just go
It's
boom.
it's amazing how
That's
there's
what he
like a
wants.
bell curve of redneck style activities that happens like between the richest and most wealthy and the poorest of society. Because monster trucks, tanks, big titty women, all that kind of stuff, banging so many people, alpha bro stuff, that kind of shit all comes down to a bell curve where you got roughly normal amounts of money, and people sort of, they've got families and stuff, and they've got to focus on work and all that kind of stuff and shit. And then you get up to the other side of it, and oh look, now I've got the money for titties and women, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like
Or is it-
ultimately, when men are at their most man, we get into like driving tanks over cars, and we get into like doing stupid shit with blenders, and we get into doing the biggest fucking like biggest game show that's ever been sort of seen
Big,
on Amazon.
crazy,
We get
toxic man shit.
exactly that is what you can't call it
Is
toxic
it-
masculinity, because that's exactly what we do. That's how we do.
Air quotes without.
Yeah.
But is it that we do it, and then like when we've got the right amount of money, the perfect amount and all that, we're not.
Yeah.
But then as soon as we have too much, we do it again.
Yeah.
Or is it that that's just man's way of existing,
Yeah.
and you can only keep it together, most dudes, for that certain period,
Because you got to.
and then you're gone again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not even that. It's just that
pretend to.
most people have to sort of focus on the real world shit. If you're not having to focus on the real world shit that much because you don't have enough money to do it, or because you got so much money you don't have to, suddenly your mind starts going back to what men really like, which is loud stuff, explosions, titties, and beer.
You know what? The problem is that kind of stuff never goes away. It's just once you're at that point, like when
And
you've got
smoking meats.
once you've got that point when you've got the money, or like, and you got that family alive, and you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You then just have to do it quietly. That's all that is.
Yeah.
Men are terrible.
I need to watch.
Women are terrible too. You hear them talk about men. Oh,
Yeah.
I hate watching these programs like Love Island and just
Oh my
hearing how
God.
women talk about men.
Have you ever watched an all women's podcast for like more than half an hour?
Can't.
Like, try it.
How they talk about men.
None of them can get through half an hour without being extremely sexist about men. Literally none of them.
Yeah,
And if you saw the same equivalent stuff being
podcast,
talked
it's
about,
anything. It's just women when they're together talking.
yeah.
As soon as men come up, it's
Oh my God, they're
Men
so
are
useless.
terrible.
Oh my God, they're so stupid. I don't know how he couldn't even tell me which one of the two pillows he likes better.
and it's never anything is a guy's fault.
Yeah.
It's always never anything is the girl's fault.
Yeah.
It's always the guy.
Yeah.
Just straight up. And anyone that thinks that that's like really sexist or anything, watch the most fucking straight up show where that is referenced constantly, like fucking Love Island.
Yeah.
It's on again right now. It's all about like.
I'm
the
sure
men and
Matilda
women
will start
dynamic.
watching. I'm actually sure if Matilda will watch it. She sort of said that it's got a little bit like, fake and weird since the
All Stars.
yeah.
Probably. If we've I've always thought that with the All Stars ones, like when they have people back on,
Yeah.
if they're gonna do that kind of stuff with anyone, it'd be that kind of one.
Yeah.
But maybe I don't know.
Maybe you never know.
At the same time, though, none of them are good actors, though.
No, none of them. None of them.
But I don't feel like they're acting most on that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
not
I
good enough
mean,
actors to be.
yeah, it's like when they did like the Made in Chelsea stuff. It's like the bits where they sort of obviously forced them to say things were like so obvious because it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like, oh, you didn't really want to say that, did you? That's not what you wanted to actually say in that situation. But this is scripted reality, and you've got to do this.
There must be like you brought it up then for a second. Them Beast Games. There must not be many episodes of that left. There must be like, because I'm trying to remember how many people were left. And
Yeah.
like 40, 50 people now at this point, something like that.
Yeah.
I know you've not been watching it, so I assume. Yeah, should do.
There was a one of the people at work when they were talking about the Beast Games. They were talking about, oh well, there was the bit where they had the two captains, and which one of them pressed the button would get the money first, and then the other people would lose, but they'd get to go on and they get the money. And one of the guys at work was like, I just press it straight away. It's like,
Some people did with some of the things, man. Like,
yeah,
fuck it, man. Some people like,
you don't owe those people anything in that situation.
Nah,
unfortunately.
man. People just afraid of looking like a bad guy on there. It's like, especially those ones, man. You see some way some of the people have acted towards some of the people are proper malice.
Yeah.
After you see how some people act, it's like, well, I could do anything now at this point.
it's weird. It is weird to me that there's people who like judge people online and be like, "Oh my god, that's so horrific." It's like you would have done exactly the same fucking thing, you prick.
So on like Love Island and that, like you're just seeing people like like go on there and they're supposed to be like it's such a weird show. Love Island is like assuming like you never know, assuming they're real and stuff. It's like it's really weird trying to figure out like the dynamic of trying to pretend that they're all okay with each other, like all the other guys trying to chat up the girl that they're like kissing and cuddling now.
Yeah.
And then getting pissy about it, but then not admitting they're pissy with that person. So they get, as soon as something else happens, they jump over that way and they'll deflect it straight away and they'll jump on that, It's just a smorgasbord of, it's like it's a psychoanalyst wet dream. That's a good way to look at
That's
it.
a good way to look at it. Yeah, yeah.
What it is.
A psychoanalyst's wet dream.
It really is. I watched The Mist at the weekend. Well, not the weekend. At some point over the last week.
Oh, by the way, we're done with the Elon stuff for now. That is.
I meant to ask actually if you were.
Yeah, that is basically it. I mean, you just get the picture. This guy, he's not. Elon Musk isn't the guy who creates the thing. He tends to be the guy who sees the value in something and invests in it. He's a very shrewd businessman.
Yeah.
And he's obviously picked that up from his dad. And there's obviously tension between him and his father. He seems to like his mother quite a lot. He brought her onto SNL and things like that to sort of do a monologue with.
Okay.
So there's obviously something.
You say that mama's boy. If you're a mama's boy, then you can't be too bad.
Yeah.
Completely bad.
There's people who've said that they've been upset by him personally. There's someone who was on SNL and said that they made him cry. They made
him cry. How dare they?
He made them cry, and it's like I can imagine a billionaire will probably end up making a few people cry. They're not the kind of people who are like, oh, I'm terribly sorry. But yeah, that's sort of the background of Elon Musk, as far detailed as we can get in this episode at the moment. We're gonna have to do a deeper dive into Elon Musk's dad specifically, because I think that is where most of the interesting stuff actually lies. We will do that, but if you were not aware that Elon Musk didn't start PayPal or that he wasn't that he was involved in PayPal at all, now you do.
I literally, I feel like I might have known it at one point, but that had completely gone out of my head.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that billionaires row in the front of the Trump administration.
The billionaires row.
Yeah.
They sound like it's some kind of rogues gallery kind of.
It does feel it a bit.
Yeah, I suppose they could have.
Yeah.
They could be in the long run like the 4 leaders or how many leaders of the entire world.
Yeah.
Well, Musk now, America.
Yeah.
One of them will buy out us. We're mini America.
I to be honest, at this point, I would much rather everything's gone so to shit in the UK. Just fucking fold us in with America.
Yeah.
At least I could then go to fucking California and do some shit in the fucking comedy scene there, or
They won't do that then, because then they won't make it official, because then we'd have a free speech, freedom of expression.
Yeah,
we wouldn't be able to suppress everything so easily like they do to us. Yeah. Straight up, man. It's creepy learning how much stuff is suppressed to us.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's this country is going to shit in both directions at the same time. It doesn't seem to make sense. It's like it's both like falling apart at the seams and everyone's going crazy, but there's also more suppression and government interference in daily life than there's ever been.
And funny that you mentioned that government involvement in daily life. That brings me straight on to this video that has popped up, a brand new video that's been brought out by News Nation of from the the UAP retrieval program. Yeah. This was I don't think this was like an official release one. This was like done for a whistleblower one,
Right.
the whistleblower file ones, which are usually a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
So this was from an actual one of the ones that went down. One of these Tic Tacs you always heard about, the Tic Tac ones. Had
Yeah,
became
yeah, yeah,
forever
yeah,
and
yeah,
go
yeah.
fast videos believed to be one of those ones. So yeah, I'll just put it on. It's weird, man. Well, it's not weird. It's
It's just video.
it's just video. It's just out of context. It's very hard to really understand.
Going viral on social media. Everyone's got an opinion on this, so it seems. As you say, there's no visible.
No, maybe I will actually mute that, because in case he tries to
claim it, yeah.
claim it or anything, because.
So what is it?
So this is supposed to be from a helicopter, looking down from a helicopter. There's a long winch wire going down, and that's like one of these tic tac things being held, carried along, like it's gone down. Actually, I remember now? I'm just remembering now what the official story was with this actually, which makes it seem crazier. But it's to do with. I'm hearing more about this a lot now. You ever heard of? I forget what that's what name it's called now. Like spectral viewing, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where people can kind
Astral
of
viewing.
yeah, like they will
Astral
sit there.
projection.
Not projection so much. They'll sit there and they'll like kind of be guiding this thing down suddenly.
Right. Yeah.
They'll be in something, whether they're in a body inside it or
Yeah.
just in the UAP itself. It's like a drone, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, okay, I'm bringing it down now. And then they brought this one down and then they went down and retrieved it. They hooked it around with like, a winch thing, wrapped it around. There's a little wrap you can see right at the bottom. I'll show you with a mouse actually. This little wrap bit here, is the wrapping around it.
Right.
This is the actual egg itself, and you'll see when it rolls because they're going down towards the earth.
Yeah, play it again.
Going down towards the earth, and I'll drop it to the earth, and then it'll roll down a little bit when it hits the earth. Yeah, that's it hitting, and see it rolls a little bit afterwards. That thing there's supposed to be the UAP. It's the size of like SUV. To give an idea of the size. That winch is a lot longer than it looks. Like it's just. I've seen things from that kind of view before. It's weird getting it's like a GoPro, how
Yeah.
it looks weird with the face at the front. That's why it looks like a stick rather than a cable. But yeah, you can kind of see it dragging to the.
Yeah.
Right
You
there.
can see. It's. But.
That's it. That's all there is to it.
That's it.
That's it. From that video, yeah. And then obviously, there's more video information around it in regards to that. Well, I was just saying, they're saying when they brought it down, we're bringing it down. Another UAP that they weren't controlling appeared and kind of like had a little dogfight with it. I don't know if that was that one it had a dogfight with. I might be conflating.
So what? So was this thing flying around?
They couldn't see it when they astral projected. He
Right.
astral projected. Was in one, and then he said, "Okay, I'm in one," kind of thing. I'm guiding it back now, and he guided it back. And then when he left it just dropped. Is the idea?
So
Which
he psychically took control.
Yeah.
Of the UFO
Or the
or
alien
whatever it
in
was and knocked it out by doing so,
I guess.
and that dropped it, and then they were able
Or
to
it's just a drone, and it's like futuristic stuff, which is the same way they maybe psychically control it themselves, and they were able to hack into it themselves. Essentially, I don't know. Just thinking about that now, but that was like the part.
that you got to believe in astral projection as
Yeah.
well as the ability to take control of either a mechanical
No, I
or
don't think astral
alien
projection
thing.
is the right word for it. There's something else. It's I've heard it used before, and it's not. It's something with an S, I'm sure. It's been I'll be able to find it.
Yeah, but it's still not a normal phenomenon. It's not something that we regularly do.
Yeah. It's not just a general thing, no. Because I know,
The fucking hell.
Because I know it was on here. Yeah, let me just go on to the channel and take a quick look on the videos. Have you seen like the stuff that's evolving and like adapting in Chernobyl?
Oh yeah, there's loads of stuff that's become radioactive resistant.
Yeah, it's quite cool, man. It's something like it's something. It might be projection, something like that. But it's
Yeah.
like because they have people going over to like CIA, like we're all involved in it. It sounds like like kind of further ones of the
MK
kind of
Ultra shit.
Minister
Yeah.
of Goats or the MK Ultra stuff, which apparently just stopped.
But again, you
I
still
don't
got to
think it was
believe that
that.
that's an active thing that works for that story to work.
Well, unless you look at it from a different side and you're like, okay, so this guy, because the whistleblower himself was just the guy that I think moved it. The one that flew it and that.
Right.
I might be wrong about that, but you could say that part was true, but did maybe the disinformation thing, like they told him as well that it was also to do with astral projection when that's complete bullshit. Do
Maybe.
you know what I mean? Because you've heard about them doing that with other things. That's something that they apparently do.
Right.
You got with it misinformation. It's different to disinformation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where they give you random shit to confuse you on purpose. I'll be able to give you this word later because I'll figure it out afterwards
That's all right.
when we're not on thingy. So I'll give it to you, and then maybe I'll put it in.
Oh yeah, we'll
type
figure it
something.
out. We'll figure it out.
But it's something like that. It's like it is like astral projection basically, but that is the general idea anyway. Because I've heard about people going over to like different countries and different planets and stuff, seeing things and all that. It's the idea. And it's
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if it, I don't know. The thing is, like for me, how I don't know.
You don't know if you believe
how
in it.
did it come down? I don't know if I believe that is the way it came down. I don't
Yeah,
know
well,
what
the
happened.
idea is what they're saying. What they're saying is, that he took it over, but whether
Yeah.
that is actually
And
how
what
it
happened
Yeah.
exactly? Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. More than, to me, that sounds like it could very much be like a disinformation thing that they told them bullshit so that when they reported the story, no, we asked that, they'll have to say that, and it just makes you probably more than half people listen to that story instantly go, no, I can't buy that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll find you say that. I can't be bothered. All right, we need to stop doing it, Rennie, because you're got the working man soon.
I do indeed. I got the work stuff to do.
Workings.
The inner workings.
Got the workings.
Yep.
So you know where they can find it now. Do you want to tell them where they can find your stuff?
So you can find Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse under either Nathan Parish or Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse on Spotify. You can find it also on It's Dead Man Dancing on YouTube or Dead Man Dancing on Instagram. Although I haven't actually posted anything on Instagram for ages, so don't bother going there.
I want to start posting things like to do with like topics and that each week, little things like that.
Yeah, I'd like to do that as well. I'd like to do some more sort of regular like social media
engagement.
stuff. I wish I had a social media that I liked. They all piss me off.
YouTube counts.
YouTube does kind of count.
It's not as much. That's why I like it because it's not as much social.
Yeah,
more media.
Yeah, I've had some more requests for more Mark Barney. as well. So that should probably happen at some point. That's an easy enough thing to do.
Yeah, well, it's good. You always need to know what's going on with him.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, just keep listening to this podcast. You know,
Of course.
listen to all the other podcasts on the old network there.
Check out weekly episodes of Slam Jam and Geek Battle on. In all honesty, I always fucking get confused which channel they're on because you've got a couple of channels and they dot about. Just type in onto YouTube, Slam Battle or Geek Battle, Slam Jam or Geek Battle if you like wrestling or geeky stuff. When I'm on,
Nice.
specifically only when I'm
I
on,
still haven't watched the fucking wrestling.
only that.
Might have to do that while I'm working. Just stick that on in the background.
Last episode wasn't that great, but
Nah.
you just got to get into it and then just give it a chance. Like,
Just ride the wave.
or at this point, to be honest, I would say just wait for the Royal Rumble and watch that.
No,
Watch the Royal Rumble. It's coming on not this Saturday, the Saturday after. That's the best thing to get into something.
that's the big one.
This
no.
is where you have 30 people. You don't know what it is. Oh my god! The Royal Rumble is when you have 30 people, and you got the Royal Rumble, and then a couple months later you got WrestleMania, and then the winner of the Royal Rumble goes on to the main event of WrestleMania for the world title. And you have 30 men in the ring. Well, it starts off with 2 people, and then every 90 seconds another person comes into the ring. And to eliminate each person, you throw them over the top rope, and you got to hit the floor.
Have they ever had a double elimination like really early on and just had like an empty ring for like 90 seconds?
Or they've had it not quite for 90 seconds. Well, because they're fast and loose with how long they actually. The 90
Right.
seconds is more guide.
Yeah. They be more like guidelines.
Sometimes it's like, oh, that was like a 20-second one, and it's like, it's like somebody hasn't come in for like minutes at this point.
Yeah,
they do what they want, but it's
They-
always fun.
All right, I'm down for that. And it's probably a good way to like learn characters real quick.
No,
Not even learn characters. It's just like, oh my god, it's this guy. It's like, oh, I know what this guy is now. Oh, they got this guy. Oh, that's that guy now.
The only issue is, though, now you realise how everybody's music sounds the fucking same with their crap music. People that don't like now.
Yeah.
Else with that. But anyway, we need to go.
That's it. Enjoy yourselves.
Thank-
Have a big old splashy sploosh in the bath while you listen to this.
Every Friday, KD Comedy Podcast. Go on your Spotify, your Apple, your Deezer, your iHeart,
Yeah.
wherever the heck you get podcasts from. It's on there.
Yeah.
2 P's in the podcast too. Yeah. Okay. Right. Keep it squishy.
Until next time, always be logical.
What?
Yeah.
Right. No, not that. The wrong button.
Just leave it there. Running.